You say it's a nationality. So if it's a nationality, that means you would have to have citizenship in Mexico. Do you have citizenship in Mexico?
Oh, no, I don't. Oh, so I'm not a Mexican national, but so you get to be Mexican, even though you've not been to Mexico.
No. You said Mexican was a nationality. I never said that. I said it was a nationality and an ethnicity. So you said it wasn't an ethnicity.
I didn't. I said it's not. I said it's a cultural identity as well as a nationality.
Which is ethnicity.
Okay, that's fine. You can. I mean, that's fine.
Okay. And then you.
I said it's not a race, and I said it's not an indigenous identity. So we're clear.
Okay.
You might be conflating conversations with me with other people.
No, these are conversations I've had with you. So Mexican indigenous is not an identity, but other indigenous, Afro-indigenous is an indigenous identity?
Afro-indigenous is specific to someone having a tribal connection. They are not Afro-indigenous without a tribal identity.
A lot of people claim Afro-indigenous.
Okay, and as long as they have a tribal identity attached to that, that's fine.
Yeah, okay, and I descend from the Tewa. And your point is what?
Wait, who do you descend from? Or who do you descend from today?
I descend from, not today. I've always said I descend from the Tewa. Further back is the Zuni, and further back is Tenochtitlan and Oaxaca. And your point is what?
Okay. And so you're claimed by one of these communities, right? You have proof of it.
Yes, I have proof of it.
Okay. So when people have asked you and you stated, I don't need a tribe to claim me, what was that about?
I never said I don't need.
You screamed it at me. I'm sorry. No, Sweetie, we've been through this. I have a life. I don't sit around recording things like you do, and your friends do.
I don't sit around recording things all the time either.
No, you send your minions to do it.
Flying Arrow, are we lying about the screenshots and the screen recording of a random live that had nothing to do with them?
You literally hosted a live showing a live of ours from 3 months ago.
Yeah, because that's when you guys were talking all kinds of crazy
You are the victim, Melinda.
But I thought you said you don't record.
Ladies. Everybody records.
Hey, I want to hear everybody.
I want to hear. I am not wasting my goddamn iCloud storage on any of you. Trust me. I'm a mom of 4. I have other things to do. Really but you're going to sit there and you're going to act like a little victim and you don't do anything.
The host was speaking. She wants order.
Don't fucking overspeak me, first of all. I wasn't done fucking speaking. Women are speaking right now. Melinda, you can go to fucking hell with your little victim mentality. You act like a fucking victim all the time. And you know what? Let's talk about why I get reactive to you and tell you to go unalive yourself and go play in traffic because you fucking deserve it. I give you the fucking same energy you give me, ho.
All right, hold on.
Bitch,
I'm just curious as to how I stated.
Room, you messy
Megan,
pig.
Baby, I got it, Megan. Baby, I got it. Hold on. I'm just curious as to how you said you wanted receipts, and I said I don't record because I actually have a life. We're showing a recording of our live, right?
Yeah, I got lots of followers. Well, when I did have my other account, I had lots of followers that sent me lots of fucking recordings because I just can't seem to talking shit.
Okay.
I mean, after that,
you recall that the reason that live was held that day is because you went into a live blasting my name, threatening my career because I said you were not part of the indigenous community, and you claimed that was. What was the term you used? Oh, that I was co-signing on your unaliving threats from the basement dwellers of TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah. How if I didn't even know about those threats?
No, you're co-signing on the lateral violence on that because you already know that they pushed that shit. And then you guys denied that.
How is that lateral if they're not your community and you're not my community? How is that lateral?
I may not be of your community, but I'm still indigenous.
You're not indigenous. You are a native descendant. You are not indigenous.
No. Sorry.
You are a native descendant. You are not indigenous. You are not claimed by a community.
And who says who?
You've admitted it several times.
No, I'm indigenous.
Okay, you're not though. So which tribe are you claiming?
I don't claim any tribes because
then you're not indigenous. Indigeneity requires indigeneity by definition requires to be a part of a distinct culture. that
But you do
predates
realize
colonialism.
that is a colonizer mindset, correct?
No, sweetie, that's actually an indigenous mindset. Nobody's talking to your random
Mexico
though.
was part of the tale. You do realize that, right? Or are you too colonized to realize?
Am I colonized? No, I'm actually raised in my culture and an academic, so I'm really not going to entertain any nonsense with someone who doesn't know what they're talking about.
Wait, I
but
thought
anyway,
you were Mexican.
I am both. I can't be Apache and Mexican.
So you've always said
I can't
you
be both?
were raised Apache.
I'm sorry? Yeah, I was raised both.
Oh,
I was raised by two sets of grandparents.
Who's Mexican culture? Because you said that your grandma was Mexican national and it was Apache living in Mexico and then came across the border.
Oh, sweetie, no, actually, one grandmother was Mescalero Apache, born in Coahuila. She was married to a Lipan Apache. One grandmother was of Purepecha descent, but born in Guanajuato, and her family's originally from Purepecha villages in Michoacan. I'm not sure, like, I'm not allowed to participate in both cultures that I was raised in?
You can claim whatever you want to. I really don't care.
So then where's the confusion?
What your definitions have been. I'm just going off of what your definitions have been. And what's your point?
I've literally stated, it's in my bio. You can literally Google my fucking bio. Like,
whatever you want, and I can claim whatever I want. I'm indigenous. And your point is what?
I mean, that's fine, but you're not indigenous. So, I mean, just so we're clear, you're not, and you never will be, because you clearly have a disdain for actual indigenous people.
No, I have a disdain for you.
I mean, oh, baby, come on. You know you're my bad. Stop playing. Quit playing.
Please wait. Does anybody know somebody named Passion Fruit?
Yes.
Who is that?
She's a friend of mine.
Okay, sorry.
So, no, you don't get to change definitions to make yourself feel better. And this is the thing. Might I remind you, the entire reason why you and I ever had an exchange of words is because you, who claim to be the voice of all detribalized Mexicans and whatnot. Okay, anyway. So anyway, you who claim to be a guru on this. I'm talking. I don't really
care if you're talking. Because you say I'm claiming said a whole bunch of shit, and there's plenty of people who have followed me for a long fucking time that can tell you. I'm so proud of us. Yeah, I can tell you otherwise. So I mean, you have no receipts on any of these.
Just wait. Pause for the
ma'am, I'm not a loser who sits in my dirty room and doesn't wash my neck, ma'am. I have a fucking life. I wish you would go get laid already.
The host is wanting to speak.
I'm sorry you got turned down on that, by the way.
The host is wanting to speak, guys. The host is wanting to speak.
Everybody mute.
That's the best way you can do
DGP,
stuff, right?
I asked for people to mute. Thank you. QC, I see you and I understand you. I just want to give them 1 minute to say something. Whoever was that person, what did you say was the name? The passion fruit? Unless I tell you to block people, block them. All right, hold on. I'm going to invite you up, but just hold on a minute, Chrissy. I'm going to drop you. Again, I will slowly remove all mods if you can't respect what I have to say. I don't want to repeat myself. I don't know who they are. I just want to give them one opportunity to speak, and then I'll listen to what you have to say. I promise. Well, hold on, Violet. I'm going to...
Yes, ma'am.
That was it. QC, come up here, love. Because I can't pay attention to the comments. That's why I have mods.
Hey, what's up, person I don't know who has a lot to say about me?
Okay, please mute. What is with the person that the one that was just up here and then was dropped? The passion fruit person.
You're wondering why I blocked them?
Yeah.
I got baited into their live last night. They're all talking shit about me, and she's lying about me right now to everybody. And so I'm on high alert. I don't fucking trust any of them. They're fucking toxic.
Okay, With that being said, you may block them, and if you want to drop, you can drop. I just wanted to hear your side of what it was. I will say this again and let it be warned. If you cannot respect my mods, that means you're not respecting my live, let alone yourselves. Mods are requested to keep their feelings in check during this process. Everybody will be heard. I just want everybody to be heard, but I do not want to participate in this personal attack shit personally. I've dealt with whoever Turtle is. Turtle's not welcome to my page because of this lateral violence bullshit. If I could send out the video of Marshmallow, her live, I would do that. If I could have Reese up here, I would do that. T Nathan, the same thing. All of them literally put that shit into check. I've been accused of it. It's not fucking cute. It's embarrassing, to be honest. I know a lot of people are heated in this shit. I respect everybody and their wishes, and so let's be respectful. I know you guys are not going to agree on a lot of shit. Be respectful. Mods, do not invite people up. Okay, whoever was talking, you have the floor.
So this is what is interesting about these comments, that you have allowed people to believe that I have some sort of issue with Southern natives when I'm actually claimed by my community and am from both sides of the border and have been active in both communities my entire life. I don't do that for clout. I do that because I have dedicated my life to serving my people. Your issue is that when I first came across your disrespect, you were running your mouth to actual Southern natives, the people you claim that you're wanting to connect to or claiming to be a part of. There were claimed indigenous women from indigenous pueblos in Mexico that you were disrespecting openly because they were trying to gently correct you on misinformation you were spreading about indigeneity south of the border. Indigenous is a political identity in Mexico. Period. You can't escape that. So if you don't respect the way that indigenous people organize and are constructed in Mexico, that is more about you than it is about them. You also referred to an Afro-Indigenous Dene woman who is claimed, who is enrolled in her community, and you called her an ethnocentric. Multiple occasions that I saw you disrespecting enrolled, connected indigenous women. And then you decided to go on a tangent because I said race is real and you said that I said it was biological. And I said there are components and factors, but that you can't deny the real life implications of race and how we have gotten here today. You wanted to argue on something that was ridiculous. That's fine. You never wanted to stop and you never wanted to take someone's input into consideration, given that I'm from a community and I'm claimed and I grew up in my culture and that I have the academic background. So to you, me even stating that was a huge problem. Okay, I'm sorry that I spent so much money on my education to be able to do the work that I do. And I'm sorry that that offends you. But you have taken this to new heights. Instead of just admitting that you could learn from actual indigenous people who know who they are, who know where they come from, you choose to rewrite your own reality. And then you get mad that people have an issue with that. And then you go and say random, ridiculous things about me. And then when I respond, look, she can't keep my name out of her mouth. I'm sorry. Am I supposed to sit here and just be like, oh, she's over there running her mouth about me? Let me smile. I mean, I'll smile if you want. But it's just what is the real issue? What is the root of your trauma, Melinda?
I ain't got no trauma, not according to you. But let me address all of the million things that you just said. First of all, ethnocentric does not just apply to Black people. It also, you would be an ethnocentric as well because you think you're more superior and your culture is more superior to me and, other detribalized people.
Ethnocentric doesn't even apply to Black people. That doesn't apply. So please change the word. That's fine, but don't use wrong words. Don't use wrong terminology.
I stay quiet. And don't cut me off.
Okay,
I stay quiet.
go ahead, but don't say that word. That's dumb.
I can say that word because that's what it means.
Okay, go ahead.
Abocentric is actually very offensive to Aboriginal people from from Australia, but okay, calling them abocentrics, you're disrespecting Aboriginal people, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, anybody could be ethnocentric. It doesn't apply to just black people. So that's your guys' bias, not mine. Secondly, again, my cousin Wagon Burner is enrolled. He claims me. I mean, and your point is what? I did grow up in parts of my culture, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have been able to speak to him on a lot of cultural things that we both share if I didn't grow up in parts of my culture. Just because we're detribalized don't mean that we don't grow up in parts of our culture. That's number two. What else did you fucking claim again? Oh, yeah. So you guys sat there, had multiple lives on me that one night on the live that I showed. Then all you guys know how to do is just insult. That's all you do is just insult. I've never actually insulted you guys. All I said is that you guys talk a lot of shit. Y'all are toxic and you need therapy. That's all I've said. I've never talked about your features. I've never talked about how you look. I've never talked about anything about that. So that's your projection onto me. And so I don't know what else to tell you, but you can't turn around and tell me I'm not indigenous. And oh yeah, that's the other thing, the Mexico thing, right? So, even though the governments in both fucking countries, because, governments are deciding who's indigenous or not actually the people, groups like the Zapatistas, they claim detribalized people. They say detribalized people are indigenous. They don't agree with y'all. So there are other groups out there that don't agree with how you guys are. There are natives who are enrolled natives here on this live and here in the United States that also don't agree with you. So these are just your guys' opinions. So, I mean, outside of that, I really don't care what else you have to say, because all you guys do is sit there and insult and threaten people. That's all you guys have.
I've never threatened you. I told you to pull up if you were not going to be respectful, and you were like, "Oh, you fight, you fight."
Why would I need to be respectful to you? Who are you for me to respect you?
Baby, a lot of people respect me.
Well, that's cool. I don't care who respects you. Who said I have to respect you, though?
Go ahead, because I got something to say, because she's just spewed so much misinformation that is infactual.
Los Zapatistas are an Army of National Liberation, ma'am. So that's basically...
No, you clearly don't know because you lied.
That's kind of like the same thing as being a gang, right? Like I told you, I was born in
they're not kind of like the same thing as being a gang.
Yes, they are.
No,
you cannot tell me a woman who was born
and told everybody that...
Wait, does Chapa not get to speak? I thought Chapa got to speak. I thought everybody got to speak.
You said Santeria came from the indigenous people and it comes from Africa. Stop. Yeah, you said that in the comments. Me and you.
Curanderismo is indigenous. Santeria specifically is Yoruba and African.
Yes, and she was saying Santeria was not from Africa. She said it was here from Mexico. That's what she said.
I didn't say that.
I've never heard her say that.
You said that in Blackface slide in the comments.
Okay, does she get a chance to talk? I'm just curious. We all have to take turns.
Go ahead. Let's go. I don't really fucking care. Keep on going.
Oh my goodness, this girl. So you continuously try to overspeak me. A woman who was born in Mexico, a woman who was born in Tecoclán, which is in Jalisco, right? I was born in Mexico. I was born in a pueblo. I am Bensa. I do speak my language, Otumí, and you continuously talk over me. You also spread misinformation about Mexico. Mexico is a nation. It's a nationality. Before Mexico was created, right? Before that was created, we were called by our actual names, by our actual people, because Mexico was created in 1820. That is when, 1810 to be precise. But you consistently think that it is an ethnicity. It is a culture, ma'am, and it is a nationality. So yes, you can call yourself Mexican American because as a nation, you were born in America, and from culturally, you are Mexican. But to sit here and say that you are Mexican indigenous without knowing who your people are, without being able to come from a pueblo or having people from a pueblo claim you, knowing your language, or even having family members from a pueblo, you cannot claim that.
Literally said, I know where my people come from. Wagon burner is federally recognized and enrolled.
In a tribe that you claim to descend from?
Yeah.
Which one is which what?
Tewa.
He's enrolled Tewa.
No, he's enrolled Pira, but he's still Piro, but he's still part of the Tewa people. Because people, have different clans as well.
I'm aware of how clans work. So here's the thing: so, we don't get to change.
So you don't get to tell me who I am.
We do get to tell you that you're using incorrect terminology, though, because you are. What is wrong? What is wrong with identifying as a native descendant for you? Like, what is so offensive about that?
I'm indigenous, and you're
but you're not.
So
but you're not, because you tried to lie and claim that definition is constructed by the government in Mexico, and it is constructed by the pueblos originarios.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Okay, it is constructed by the people from those communities, just like it's constructed by the people in our communities.
Absolutely fucking right, ma'am.
I am. Oh, damn. I'm so bad.
That's the only issue I have with her, you guys, is the fact that,
Okay. I'm going to invite everybody back up real quick. Can you please explain what you were saying, lady? No one's been blocked. You thought you can exit the fuck out of my live. You thought the fuck wrong. Sorry.
About what specifically? It's kind of been a crazy past couple days on this page.
Right. It's way beyond crazy. And I'll say this much. Fuck, what was her name? Carolina, I think it was you. Can hold the fuck up. Yes, hold on a minute. I'm gonna invite you back up for a second because there's the wording.
No, by the way.
If you don't stop, we already know shit. You got Captain obviously not looking right here at me. But real quick, what were you saying, QC? Sorry.
So sorry, her. Were you talking to her?
Yeah, Lady QC. What part were you thinking was going to go left? Sorry.
That all of the keepers are on the panel, and BGP is on the panel. This group of women have been harassing her for months. So they're literally doing this to set up.
Wait. Please let her. Please let Teezer. Please let lady. Please let her have.
Okay, but please stop lying, and I'll mute real quick.
Maybe if you would stop lying about our fucking people, we wouldn't have to tell everybody the truth about all of you.
What is the truth about me? I'm genuinely curious because I do not. First of all,
you're showing yourself.
I'm sorry.
I don't have to tell you shit about yourself. You're showing yourself. You're showing everybody. Congrats.
What am I showing? I'm curious. That I'm educated, that I'm connected, that I know what I'm talking about, that I'm tired of people lying and causing chaos in our community. What else? Oh, that I'm toxic and mean. I don't care. But anyway, I don't care, because when people get disrespectful, I can dish that right back. So I'm like, I don't know where this whole noble Indian savage stereotype you guys think that it's okay to perpetuate, that we're supposed to just be peace loving.
Wait, who's you guys though? Because I'm just curious. Sorry, when you say you guys, what are you referring to? Sorry, I'm just No.
I mean, you're just hosting the space, Teezer. But I'm talking about the people who constantly are coming after us about this. So This idea, the noble savage trope is actually extremely racist and harmful to indigenous people. This idea that we're supposed to be peace loving all the time and that we're just supposed to allow people to walk all over us. I don't know what y'all's tribal history is, but I'm Apache. I am Inde. She eat, she le, le pa Inde. And we are known for being the last group to surrender to the United States government, along with, well, the Lakota had an uprising after surrendering, but anyway, we were the last of the Indian Wars in the Southwest. Okay, so this idea that I'm supposed to come from a peaceful people and just allow people to disrespect me and lie and get away with it, I don't know where y'all think that comes from, but I am not going to sit there and take that. So I'm not even sure what you're accusing me of lying about, because this is insane. I don't watch her. I don't watch her. First of all, she blocked me so long ago. I don't even care. I don't watch her. I had found out way after the fact that she even was gone from the app. And I was like, well, she's been gone from the app for me for months because I don't care. Here's the deal, though. When my name gets brought up, you want to summon me? I got you. I'm here. So don't bring me up. And there never has to be a topic. Nobody sits and watches her. She's not serious. People in our community, for the most part, don't take her seriously because of the lies that she spreads, because of the misinformation she spreads. So it's irrelevant. So I'm just curious, what exactly am I lying about? I want one example.
Yo, Teezer.
Yeah.
You wanna mute her until I'm finished?
Yeah, can you please mute?
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
All right. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna tell you first off, I don't give a crap what tribe you're just throwing all of that shit in everybody's face like you think you're better than people. And I don't give, whatever bullshit you just spit, whatever, okay? You can't speak for all of our tribes. We're all different. You don't know shit about a lot of people in here. So keep your mouth shut about a lot of people in here. Go mind yours. And I'm going to address you. Your ass had my name in your mouth last night. That is the only fucking reason why you became in my fucking radar. You, okay? I have the recording, so go ahead and lie to all the relatives about all the shit you're saying right now. I have the recording of all the shit that you caused last night, and when you baited me into that live, I have the recording. And I will show the receipts when J25 has another tribal court. I will not do it here. It's too fucking toxic. It's gonna go left. There's too much bullshit right here, Teezer.
So she actually brought me up and was in a live talking about me on Saturday night. And I don't even know who she is. So that's why she got mentioned when she popped into my live last night.
Yeah. Real quick, I'm going to drop you and let you speak. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to say it like this because all the back and forth, yes, I know. Me and motherfucker, this is going to happen. I'm going to end up having to pause for the cause. But I will say this. I'm going to have to pause my live and be back in a minute. Get a dog, they say. QC, I appreciate your words. I just want everybody to know that people who are here, your words are going to be heard. I understand there's both sides. There's a lot of shit. There's people on the toxic gatekeeper side that I respect because of whatever reason. That's my reasoning. You can agree, you cannot agree. As far as the Mina situation, I'll say it like this. Is Mina able to come through, yes or no? Because I would like to resolve that situation right now. Yes, Captain Obvious. Windy wind. Get some out the hill.
Teaser.
Yes.
How that happened to Blue Turtle. You know Blue Turtle, right?
Yes, that's why I'm beyond pissed, because I'm sitting here. This is what really fucking pisses me off. I do not discredit anybody and their. And my battery's low. Go figure. I don't deny anybody of who they are and what they are. I will say this: if you're gonna sit there and tell people that they're either indigenous or not based off whatever. And although I entertain the thought of tribal court, let's be real. Sharon Bravestone, get a fucking picture or something and then come back.
Okay.
Here,
all right. Well,
hold on just one second. With that, me and you both know what happened with that situation. The fact that I'm sitting here supposed to be this person that stands for my nation and my tribe, while at the same time people are co-signing shit, thinking it's fucking hilarious. Nah. So I'm going to step back from a few people, because not only was it embarrassing, I'm sitting here I'm being told we're Lakotas, we stand together, you know, this and this. Yes, I agree, but how the fuck are you going to sit there and people are going to tell me one thing and then go co-sign on another? That doesn't make sense. I don't
hear you.
Lady QC was in a live with this marshmallow person and Blue Turtle and other people. Lady QC, did I disrespect minus Knotless, the one that was in the middle? Minus me disrespecting her as a mod because, you know, she power checked with her mod. Did I disrespect anybody on that panel or in the comment section whatsoever during that whole entire live?
What I witnessed was you coming and speaking up for Marvin and me. You're just trying to defend us. You're trying to defend our character because they were literally trying to say we were anti-black.
Right. And it's just so fucking annoying. And this little lateral violence conversation, I may not be the best educated person in the world, but I'm slowly understanding this shit. But I was accused of that shit again. Being that somebody seen who Jazzy was, and because I'm on the panel with me looking the way I am as white, I'm doing the same shit over and over, this lateral violence anti-black bullshit, which is not true. Anybody who knows me knows that that's not true. And again, that is true. I'm being called anti-black.
Teaser.
Yeah.
You know why? You know why I brought up Blue Turtle? Because after I called her to the stand yesterday in tribal court, she proceeds to go and two-face me to the toxic gatekeepers, and that's when they started talking about me in that live. And what I seen from what I looked at it so far is, yes, Apache Kana had my name in her mouth, and I've never mentioned her before all of this bullshit. And yeah, so Blue Turtle set me up to go and get attacked by the toxic gatekeepers in their live last night after J25's live.
Cheyenne,
Blue Turtle did that.
Cheyenne, can you mute real quick? Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're fine, love. Can you repeat that one more time so I can hear you?
Which part?
Wait, you said start over. Sorry. That's why this is exactly why I ask people to mute and not interrupt, because I can't hear for shit.
Okay, so after I called Blue Turtle to the stand yesterday to come and be held accountable for their compliance when you, me, Marvin were being called anti-black. That was the whole reason why I called out Blue Turtle. But you know how she did not come up on the panel yesterday. She couldn't come up on the panel yesterday, but guess what she did go and do? After she
made
left
a video
whatever,
and then did a whole entire panel. Mods,
yeah,
please block anybody that doesn't have a picture on their account, and anybody with the letter as a profile picture, block them. Username, same thing.
yeah, and like La Chapa won't like me because I called her out for I called her out for talking shit about BGP. And what's her face? Chris, she doesn't like me because I've called her out for disrespecting an elder. And, so Blue Turtle went and two-faced me to people who already don't like me and gave them a reason to run my name in their mouth. And now they're all coming in here acting brand new, like all the shit that went down last night didn't happen. And they're trying to play a little fake narrative story to all of it is just for attention. They're narcissists. They're feeding off of this attention. But yeah, that's what, I have to share about Blue Turtle and how it's connected to this attack with the gatekeepers right now.
That's what the fuck that is.
Yes, sister.
Wow.
Teezer, can I say something?
You might as well before I go off.
Okay, so for my auntie and my sister in the comments, no matter what happens on this live, please have patience for them. They are lost. When we do ceremony, we will pray for them, okay? So, just take a deep breath, because they are they are something else.
Who are you referring to?
I am referring to the group that we are talking about because this morning they attacked me in Natives Live, and they went after me for talking down to the Pretendians, and they had the Pretendians back, and they started calling me all types of names. But you know what? They're just nothing but internet trolls, and that's okay, because all we got to do, like I said, in the end is have ceremony and get them off of our hearts and spirits because they mean nothing to our life.
Okay. Just 1 second. I'm going to allow you to talk. I'm going to have JG Mock come up in a second too. But please, when you guys want people to come up here, I see your requests and stuff, but just, holy fuck. This is like the dumbest shit that I want to fucking say. Okay, QC Cheyenne, drop for a minute.
Pardon?
Can you, Cheyenne and QC, can you both drop and I'll invite you back up for a minute? Thank you. I respect you a whole shit ton because education-wise, you're about that shit. So there's that. You don't know me from a can of paint, do you?
Me?
Yes.
No, just remember we talked about what happened that one day initially. I didn't even know who Marshmallow was until that day, but I knew she was a Pretendian. But that day that you had that issue in her live or something, and you came on one of our panels and asked me a question, and I responded, and it was, I think that's it, but yeah.
Right.
Do you remember?
No, I do. There's literally been so much shit that has happened. Like, were you a witness to that live that she had?
No, because honestly, I don't go around pretendians. I won't have them anywhere. Like they're irrelevant to me. But so I only caught wind because of that incident that happened from the fallout from Reese's live. And then later we were all talking, and that was the first time I heard Marshmallow's name mentioned. And then people told me she was a pretendian.
Marshmallow is nobody. She's a person trying to reconnect or whatever the fuck. I don't know who she is. She's blocked me. I loved the entertainment that Reese and who was it? What's his name? T. Nathan basically said to him, Reese, I know of her, gets the full respect. T. Nathan for damn sure will get my full respect. And this is why I sit there and I listen. I ask questions. I do not assume, because if you break down assume, all you're doing is making an ass out of yourself and an ass out of anyone else.
Yeah.
As far as that live goes, the one thing I can say, even for myself, I've never formally introduced myself to you, but I am Teezer, Tony, whatever the fuck you want to choose, be it whatever. T-Spanx was accidental, that kind of shit. I was trying to show another person something with the username, but I do go by Teezer80 or my government, which is Tony. I am from the Rosebud Sioux tribe. My mother never enrolled us when we were younger. There's personal reasons. I'm not going to sit there and say I know, because I don't know. I later on in my 20s went and enrolled. I've always been affiliated with the Rosebud tribe and the Lakota Nation. I do not speak for the nation or the tribe, because until my education is complete and I know what I can say and do on my tribe or nation, I don't ever speak on it. That's why I invite Clown Horse or Chris or Lakota or Native Love, anybody who's enrolled in Pine Ridge or anybody.
Mind you, Wagon Burner's in the comments trying to accuse Chris of not being enrolled, and this is what we're talking about. This is insane. A faceless account gets to insult a tribally connected woman and a pipe carrier at that.
Which one?
Wagon Burner. Just said Chris isn't even enrolled.
Wagon Burner.
Cheyenne, she can show her proof of enrollment when Wagon Burner does, since y'all claim he's federally recognized.
Yeah, if we're going to talk about here, I'm going to lower myself to this stupid ass conversation. We literally came out of a live where they were talking about, what the fuck is it called? Tribal court. We're
That was absolutely ridiculous. Oh, for God's sake.
We're going to go full. It's stupid and entertainment. I just view it as a
it is.
Wagon Burner, please mute.
Stupid.
Please mute so I can finish. Sorry. That show is the live. I find it ridiculous. But I feel like, it's a place where you can air your grievances and shit like that. I find it entertainment. But sadly, people do take it to a serious level. And yes, people have done it. And yes, people are sitting there saying, you're sitting there going to do claims to tribes. Okay. Here, I'm going to play this fucking game with everybody. If you are not, and this is no disrespect to anybody who's been detribalized, but I'm going to lower this shit to the stupidity shit, like what he's trying to do here. Show your receipts. I can't show you mine, but I do have someone that can prove who I am and what tribe I am.
Teezer, you're good. You and I have had that conversation before. I did want to say something for clarification, because this is part of the problem of why, Chris, I love you. Hold off though, okay, baby? Don't let him bait you. Give me a minute, all right? Yes. Give me a minute. Let me do this first.
Wait, before you start, Chris.
Go ahead.
Do I have to drop you so you don't have to say anything? Just in case, because I know you're gonna. I already know.
No, we're gonna get to it, Chris, baby. We'll get to it. Hey, you might want to take care of that comment from that My Daddy person, because they're clearly a Republican or a crazy person, so they're not even.
I got it. I don't know who you are, but you're blocked and muted. Get the fuck off my life. Sorry.
Okay. So here's the deal. When I talk about the issues about terminology and identity, I'm not doing it to be mean to people. I do it because I genuinely want to help people. There are people who refuse to listen and refuse to respect people who come from connected communities. That's not on me. And so with that being said, I literally just gave a keynote speech today where the topic was about identity, and we did a deep dive into this. This is at a university. I'm not saying that to be like, oh my God, I'm saying I'm coming from a place of not only someone who's culturally connected, but I have literally invested money and time into making sure I know what I'm talking about. I don't go and speak on topics that are not my realm of education because I didn't dedicate time to that. So I do this in hopes that somebody will be able to understand. So part of the problem is that people are getting very offended when we say you're not indigenous, but you are a native descendant. Okay. The reason why is because indigenous is a global term. Okay. How it is used globally is very explicit. It means indigenous people are the inheritors and practitioners of distinct cultures. Okay. It means that in any given landmass, the indigenous peoples of that area, they have a connection that predates colonialism, that is uninterrupted, that they have continuity. Okay. That means that it is talking about in terms of government, kinship. So government, and as far as like how we determine the structure, kinship. Also, are we matrilineal? Are we patrilineal? You know, how is clan passed down? Is it passed down through the mother's line, through the father's line? Like, how are those relationships determined? That is specific to the culture you come from. Ceremonies are specific to the culture you come from. It's crazy to me that people will sit there and say, exactly, indigenous people in Africa too, on every landmass. It's crazy to me that people will sit there and say, go to ceremony. What ceremony are we talking about? I'll do my tribally specific ceremonies. I'm not going to go to pan-Indian ceremonies. That's not what I'm going to do because that's disrespectful to me. That's disrespectful to the people I come from. I'm going to practice my culture. So government, kinship, language, ceremony, cultural practices are origin stories. How did your people come about? We don't all have the same origin stories. Indigenous means specific. What makes a person indigenous means they come from a distinct community. Without that distinct community, that doesn't make you indigenous. Now, being of native ancestry, people can be primarily or even full-blooded of native ancestry, but if they don't have that connection, if they don't...
Pause for the cause. Trisha, okay. Indigenous... Who are you calling?
I'm actually speaking from an indigenous lens, not a colonized lens. Colonization is pan-Indianism and accepting everybody like that.
Trisha, are you referring to her?
She is. She's had many disgusting comments about me so far. I don't even know who she is.
I don't know who the fuck you are. Yeah, bye. Sorry about the disrespect. That was not something I tolerate.
It's okay.
I'm sick of the fucking terms because I've been called that as well. And yeah, if you are on my live and you are disrespectful to anybody here, including myself, I will block you and not give two fucking shits less. And to be honest, I'll be honest with everybody. I don't care who's talking on this panel or in the comments. I do not care. But you will be fucking heard. If you cannot listen and respect people, then get the fuck off the live. Everybody is going to be heard, be it if they were in the wrong or in the right. You can't respect that, swipe the fuck on.
I appreciate that. And so the problem is that people think that native and indigenous are interchangeable, and they're really not. So there's nothing wrong. Like, we've never told people that they're not native descendants. Okay. We've never done that. Okay. We're saying that indigenous is a political entity, identity, and it has very specific implications based on the area you come from, especially in Mexico. So the crazy thing about people trying to say that we're against Southern natives or detribalized natives, I'm a Southern native. That's not the case. It's because of the respect that we have. A lot of people in the US and Canadian context don't necessarily understand how the politics work in Mexico and other parts of Latin America. When they're there, when you're there, the mestizo class, everybody assumes that mestizo just means mixed, but that's an antiquated definition. Mestizo has become a political designation of itself. It's part of the caste system, and it doesn't go based on blood quantum or anything like that. It means that you are part of that mestizo class system. Terrible name, probably should come up with another name, but that's the class system that is there. So people who are primarily indigenous, presenting as indigenous, native, like native ancestry, but do not have a community, do not live in their community, do not speak their language, do not have ties directly to that community, are considered of the mestizo class. The reason why that's important is because they possess privileges over the pueblos originarios, which are the indigenous peoples, the indigenous groups in that country. They experience privileges and they do not experience the oppression that those groups do. So it's really important to make that distinction and not just label anybody who can trace ancestry to Mexico as being indigenous, because they don't have the same world experience. I use another example as someone like me, someone like Chris, people who I know. I'm just saying because I know I can vouch for her. Those of us who grew up from birth knowing what our community is, what our clan is, we are enculturated in a way that people who don't know what their community is aren't. So if you're enculturated through the Western lens, you view the concept of time through a Western lens. You view kinship through a Western lens. You view how processes work through a patriarchal, capitalistic Western lens. Yes, it was forced on you, but what we're saying is that's what you're enculturated in. We're enculturated differently. So how can we sit there and say that you have the same experience as us when you don't even view the concepts the same as us? You haven't done that initial work to decolonize, because anybody who is trying to be connected knows that we prioritize the benefit of the community over the self. We do not promote individualism. We do not promote the ego in the sense of the id. So with that being said, if you can't remove yourself from that position of, I feel entitled to this because it is my birthright, it is my ancestry, how can you even, why should you be taken seriously in these communities or being treated with grace? That's what I'm saying. Why? If you can't do that respect. One other example I will give just to prove this. Indigenous being a global term. If you look at Japan, the Ainu are a tribe in Japan. They are an indigenous community that still exists intact today. The people in the surrounding area around them share similar DNA. They are racially still from that area of Japan. Not much difference, but they are enculturated into the dominant society and therefore are not considered indigenous. And that's why it's really important that we talk about what the words mean. It's not to offend anyone. Everyone has a role in their community to play. It's important that you understand what these words mean. And just listen. The majority of the time, if people who are getting so offended, Lunar Bell, girl, go be quiet. But anyway, if you're getting so offended, why not take that time to listen to someone who does have that cultural teaching and connection? That's what I'm saying. Hey, James.
I don't know why my shit's zooming in like that, but it's ooh, up close of my fucking pictures. Sorry about that. Thank you for that. Who is disrespecting the mod? Oh my fucking god. Okay, can you please mute? Sorry. Jay Gamal, Chris, I'm gonna give you guys the opportunity to talk. All right, so like I said, I don't know what's going on between this BGP. I don't know what's going on with BGP and Chris. I heard a lot of it. A lot of it's not fixed or what the fuck ever. I will address her privately You may not tell me who I can or can't address. Chris does have the opportunity to be heard. Cheyenne, I see you and I understand you. But just like everybody else had the opportunity to talk, Chris is going to have the opportunity to talk as well. I'm not going to sit there and allow a person just to come up here just to look and show proof of who the fuck they are just so I can remove them. Hold on a minute. Fucking Christ, a bunch of 2-year-old shit. Okay, I can't go all the way back because there's literally too many fucking comments. Okay. Chris, you did say that. I'm going to allow you to have your moment to talk. Just say what you need to say. I don't know what happened to Wagon Burner, but Chris did literally provide proof of who or what tribe she's affiliated with. Chris, to go tell somebody to unalive themselves in traffic, shame on you. It's not funny. It's not cute. Blah, fucking blah. And I'm saying this with a lot of fucking sarcasm, yes. It's stupid. All this little 2-year-old back and forth shit, it's stupid. There. I will say this about the mother part. Not cute, only because I lost my mother, and I'll be damned if somebody even thinks of mentioning my mother. I will live rent-free the rest of my life if you want to try that part. Now, Wagon Burner. Chris literally just proved who they are. I'm gonna sit there and say this. And it's so fucking cliche. Let's fucking talk how we're acting here. What's Vin Diesel's favorite fucking line about that family talk in what do you call it? The Fast and the Furious? We don't turn on family even when our family turns on themselves. Sorry, I don't give a fuck about anybody in the comment section or who has been on my panel. I am Lakota, and I will stand with Chris, irregardless. And here, she sat there and laughed about some shit on fucking Blue Turtle shit. Yeah, I'm gonna call her out. That's fucking bullshit. Okay, I'm over it. There, I called her out. Regardless of what she said, the petty bullshit between you guys, the back and forth. Yeah, it's not cool. Yes, I will sit there and say this. Telling a person to go unalive themselves is not okay. And yes, that can take serious actions, saying in what state you live in. It could be a serious offense. I don't know if it's true or not. It's just what I fucking heard. Do I know? No. Do I care? Yes. It's fucked up. But when you put a person, it's like cornering a fucking animal, a wild animal. You expect it to sit there and just do nothing, or you expect it to defend itself. If you corner me, I'm going to say some off the wall shit. Maybe not like what Chris had said, but I'm still going to be defensive. Just like this. Sorry, I don't know why my shit keeps zooming in. Like, you can like see my fingerprint almost, but fuck that shit. I'm not going to sit there and be like, fuck Chris because of what comment was said. Yeah, what she said was wrong and fucked up. Chris, apologize. If you guys allow her to apologize, let her apologize. Then move on from it. Here, BGP, I've never had a fucking issue with you, but here. Let me mute you, go the fuck on, and do what you gotta do. Jesus fucking Christ.
Who was she calling white? Was she talking about you, James? Because she said he white or something.
Was that literally just said?
Okay.
I don't know. I was hoping
Lobster,
not.
I want to confirm. Has anybody been screen recording this shit?
I don't record shit, so, and I don't really know who does. I get sent random things all the time.
Was that literally just fucking said?
I mean, the comment's gone now, but it said something. I couldn't understand it because it wasn't a full sentence, but it said he, YT, toxic. I don't freaking know. That's what it sounded like. Yeah. See,
What?
okay, I'm not tripping. Okay.
I'm gonna bring up Chris. Chris, what was exactly said?
It was like he, YT, and then something else after that.
It said toxic.
Toxic?
And it said up there or whatever. Like, I was like, I don't know. Maybe she started a little early now. I don't know. Shadi,
Yeah,
I don't know.
she's out. He, YT, something. She's out.
Okay.
Yeah. What are y'all talking
first
about?
Of all, I don't condone this kind of fuckery shit. I am white as fucking day.
It could have been a typo because she might have said something.
No, it's not the first time. It's not the first time I've heard it.
Okay.
I don't condone that shit. I don't look fucking native. I can, if I could pull up a picture of my mom, I would. I do not look fucking native, but I am.
Download the live. That's right. I keep forgetting about that.
Hey, Cheyenne, my elders are actually quite proud of me for not accepting pretendian nonsense. So I don't know why you're so mad. I really don't. I don't get it. Like, it's okay that we don't like each other. Like, we don't have to be friends. So I'm not sure why you're so pressed about that. I don't associate with people who say disgusting anti-Black things. I don't associate people with people who uphold gross people. Like, that's it. Like, that's it. Like, live in your world, I'll live in mine. What's the problem? I did. What are you talking about? I didn't do that. See, that's what I'm saying. You see how they quick. Now she's saying I told somebody to unalive themselves.
I said that was me, and I'll own up to that. But at the end of the day, I really don't give a shit about that. No, see, and I keep saying in my videos, like, leave me the fuck alone, and I won't, just leave me the fuck alone. But don't expect me to be such this kumbaya Indian. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I'm not a nice person. We already established that, but just because I got some.
Hold on a minute. Wait, just stop. Hold on a minute. Everybody mute.
Okay.
Cheyenne, please come up. Oh, fuck. Sorry, excuse me. I gotta stretch. Sorry, can you. Who the fuck blocked her? Everybody drop off my panel.
It wasn't me, I swear.
Everybody drop the fuck off my panel. You're muted, I can't hear you.
Sorry, who got blocked?
Lady
QC said she was leaving. She didn't get blocked. She said to Cheyenne, let's leave. Let's get the fuck out of here, is what she said. Megan's blocked, though. Megan got blocked.
I don't know who Megan is.
Hereditary auntie.
Fucking Christ. Blocked accounts. And Jesus. Can you invite Victoria up to my live, please?
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. If you can catch it, unblock it. I don't know where the name is at.
While you're looking, can I answer some weird comment? Wind, fire? No, I never said my grandmother was born here. I said my grandfather was born in Texas because my family has been from Texas since prior to colonialism. Lipan Apache. One of my grandmothers was Mescalero Apache, born in Coahuila, Mexico, and one of my grandmothers was of Purépecha descent, born in Guanajuato, originally her family migrating from Michoacan. I never said I had a grandmother who was born here, so I'm not sure why you're saying that. This is what I'm saying. I don't know, but whatever.
Again, I'm gonna say this one more fucking time, and see, this is why when I give my mods fucking any type of fucking leeway. God, I hate that I have to fucking remove people. I seriously hate that I have to fucking, hold on a minute. I seriously hate that I have to fucking remove people. I literally told all of you.
Not to block
do
anybody.
not block a native and do not mute a native. I literally just said I don't give a fuck about the toxic gatekeepers or what they stand about. But God damn it, they're fucking native and they're going to be heard. They were literally on JD's shit. They were having fun talking about me. Who fucking cares?
They're saying we were talking about we were laughing about tribal court because it's fucking insane and it's ridiculous.
He said, she said dumb shit. It's, at the end of the fucking day, I don't care. If Hereditary Auntie and Victoria can please be brought to my live, please bring them both to my live. I'm just beyond fucking pissed with this.
So, Lady QC blocked Hereditary Auntie. I know
who blocked who.
Oh, okay. So she's not on your block list anymore, so she must be unblocked.
Okay. If you guys, whoever is friends with, or if you got Victoria or Hereditary, please invite both to my live. Again, mods, if they have a letter as a picture, get them off my shit. I just blocked the K person.
Yep, it's me, Native Love. I changed my name.
Like, who the hell were
to
you?
Love. I changed
why does this
my
person
name.
know?
Everybody keeps thinking I'm somebody else, and I keep getting kicked. But I was gonna change my name to I support Teezer's habit, and then I was gonna change my name to Robert's Granny. But I figured with all the craziness, I just want to be surrounded by love. So I changed my name to an Ojibwa word that represents love.
Also, just so I can correct something, because it's so sensitive for some people, Carolina, I wish I would like if you could apologize to Kiki. Kiki, her pronouns are Kiki. I'm going to let you fucking say it. I just want Kiki and their pronouns to be respected here. That's all I'm saying, because I don't want that part to come back on me saying, oh, I was dismissive and allowed that kind of conversation.
I think Megan was confused. I don't think Megan was paying attention to where the sound, voice was coming from.
That's why I came up here. I honestly don't care. Like, if people want to be that way to me and they know, then like they're just showing their true colors to me. I really don't care.
I also don't think that she did that intentionally.
No, please. Yeah, I don't think that Hereditary Auntie was blocked on purpose. I think she was blocked during that whole incident. I think she was mistaken as the one that did that. So, yeah, I just wanted to clarify on that because that's around the time that she was removed from the panel. And I just wanted to point that out. And yes, y'all, my pronouns are she, her. So please respect them. If you don't, I'll avoid you. I'm not into the drama stuff and crying over stupid stuff. So, and it's like I said, if y'all are that way and y'all can't respect it, I don't care. I'll stay away from you. But I'm gonna drop back down. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna mud for you, Teezer. It's getting late, but yeah.
No, it's okay. I'm paying attention as well.
Squash the shit, please. It's annoying.
I'll say this: I did block BGP. I did make it very clear I don't like that kind of conversation because I've been targeted because of the way I look, my skin color. I literally had to prove who I was to Native TikTok when I first joined it. With the proof that I had, it still wasn't acceptable to some people who weren't even claimed by anything.
Well, and that's the interesting part about it. In all of this, here's the deal. Most of us from the connected community have been just cracking up about this whole untribal, detribalized tribal court thing because it's if you can't laugh at it, what are you like? Yeah, do you even have a native sense of humor? Because it's ridiculous. But somebody showed me a video, or somebody else had posted it. I don't even know who had it. And it was their tribal court, and BGP was going at maybe it's Sleeping Wolf, I don't know, and questioning him on his claims to identity. Like, mind you, she's not claimed by a community. Like, she can sit there and say that TikTok people claim her all she wants, but that's not true. But I mean, that doesn't mean anything in real life. But my point of that is, how do you, not being connected to a community, get to make that judgment on other people? And I know you experience that same thing. And that's what this is all about. Like, the crazy thing that people are always like, the toxic gatekeepers. Well, you know what? That's how first of all, y'all want to call me a toxic gatekeeper? I will go the rest of my life being a toxic gatekeeper. And the reason why is because gatekeeping is how our cultures have survived colonialism. It is the reason why our ceremonies continue to exist.
Who was Rainbow Heart or Rainbow? Who the fuck was that and what was said?
I don't even know who that is.
Jim, did you really say that? I just want to hear what was said.
I honestly don't really give a shit about that. They don't know who I am.
I don't know what was.
Move on. Move on.
No, not Chris. Christy.
Chrissy. Yeah, somebody was trying to attack me, but I'm just like, whatever.
Oh, no. Yeah, if you come in at my mods, by all means, get that little trigger block finger ready because by all means.
I did that.
I told everybody, you come in here, you'll respect my mods. My mods have full permission to block. I don't care. I will say this now because of that said situation. I will allow my mods now. If you can't respect them, I don't care if you're native or not. I will deal with you on another level, but you do not disrespect my mods. I don't care.
Can you tell the mods to also not bait people? Because like Lunarbell, who I don't even know her other than the fact that she's a BGP minion, was in the comments baiting me, which is why I did say something to her. So I just want I tell my mods the same thing. They don't get to play that game when they're in my live.
But no, with this whole thing with the tribal or who can be tribal or not, literally the other day, the first day of this stupid ass tribal court, and this is why I say it's stupid. It's entertainment, but it's stupid. Because if it's going to be for sheer entertainment, keep it at sheer entertainment. Don't sit there and say who can come, who can't come, because either you're native or you're not. If you want to play politics, then I'll play politics. You don't have a tribal ID? Don't come to my live. We can play it that way. But I'm not that type of person. And I've never been. I don't care what you look like, or what card you have, or what card you don't have. There's plenty of people who've been in my life who have been detribalized. They're going to be acknowledged. I don't care. People who are reconnecting, you're still going to be acknowledged. But be respectful and speak where you can compare to. You cannot on this planet whatsoever sit there and say, Chris, what is Chrissy? What is your tribe?
Christy said she had to go.
Okay, Carolina, what tribe are you from? Sorry.
I'm Lipan Apache, enrolled, Mescalero Apache descent, and then Purepache descent.
Okay, this is how stupid that live was sounding yesterday or the other day. Well, I'm part of her tribe because she's on my panel, and she's going to say yes because she was on my panel.